Yeah, like I was saying, you know, it's funny. It's truly funny how funny how things is. You know, it's funny how things is. Somebody that's close to me gonna tell me one time they didn't think I was from Detroit, and I'm like, wait a minute. What give you that indication that I'm not from Detroit? Because the way you talk. And I said, the way I talk. The way I talk indicates on the type of person that I am and everything like that, right? That's what you're saying. Because I choose to use proper English and pronouns. I know little subjects and predicates and shit like that. And I know a little something. That makes absolutely no sense. It makes no sense at all. But anyway, you know what's some funny stuff? How if you just choose to, a lot of people don't realize that it's easy. It's easy to be volatile and violent. It's extremely easy to be volatile and violent. But it takes more reserve, strength, and focus not to be violent. And it's funny how, well, he finna go pick him up a hooker. Handle your business, then, player. Do you? Nasty bastard. My bad, got sidetracked. In I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping, but I see a lot of women out here. If a man ain't violent, she don't respect him because she afraid that he'll just let anybody just do whatever and walk all over him. If a person decides to choose peace before violence, the more peaceful the man is, the more violent he can become. What's up, y'all? Yeah, what's happening? Anyway, yeah, and it amazes me, right? I was called soft. I was soft and cuddly. How was the exact quote? It was, I was soft and cuddly. I was so precious. I don't want you to get beat up or anything like that. Because they used to box. And I looked them in the face like, the fuck I look like? Do I look like I give a shit they used to box? They must have got their ass knocked out too many goddamn times. That's probably why they used to box. Don't look like I give a shit. Because I don't. I really don't give a shit. I'm like this. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. If I get into a fight with anybody, win, lose, or draw, it is what it is. Send me your location. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I'm in Detroit. I say that. No, I don't do flights because I'm not getting hit with no Rico. So Oh, okay. You was joking, cause cool, cause that seemed like yeah, cool, cause yeah, that seemed like some boy loving was going on, and you know, I don't get down. Now, it's not my. Hey, if that's what people do, that's what people do. But it's not my cup of tea. So you know what I'm saying? It was just a little odd. But anyway, you know, people think because you just choose not to be violent. It was this one incident, right? Check this out. I was on Grand River in '94, over by the probation office and whatnot. This dude, just to show you how much fuck shit people be on. You up here want to defend your woman. Cool. Defend your woman. But if I'm 3 feet away from your woman and you like 30 feet away from your woman and you doing all this yelling and screaming, and if I really wanted to get to your woman, she will be got. Then what you gonna do? You gonna holler at me from across the parking lot? All right, you cool. You from Morocco. Stay strong, my brother. Yeah. Do all this yelling and screaming from across the parking lot. You're real gangster from across the parking lot. But when you get face to face with people, then all of a sudden, people get real quiet. Real quiet. It amazes me. Everybody's so goddamn gangster. Yeah, okay. You like more like one of them gangsters in dresses. That's what y'all are. Y'all gangsters in dresses. It's funny. I get so tickled pink by, if you gonna stand up for me, you should have went over there and fought him. You mean to tell me you want me to walk 40-something feet to go fight somebody over you and another broad arguing about some stuff that don't have nothing to do with me? You supposed to defend me. From what? A bunch of yelling? Did she put her hands on you? You want me to catch me a felony for you. You want me to get locked up for you. You want me to catch a case for you. And 80% of the time, I can't even get a cheeseburger from you. So, no, I'm good. Makes absolutely no fucking sense at all to me. You know what I'm saying? And most of these men, ask any man that went to prison. 80% of them gonna say, man, I went to prison for this woman and she don't even write me letters. Maybe you shouldn't have went to prison for her. That was stupid. I had to protect her honor. Now you sitting here with Bubba. He breathing heavy on you at night, and she ain't even writing you no letters. You can't. She ain't bringing you. You know what I'm saying? It's funny. It tickles me. I'm tickled pink behind half the madness that goes on in this world. You know what I'm saying? These men be going out here putting their lives on the line, and women want equal. Women want to be equal, right? They want to be equal until it's about paying bills, accountability, and responsibility. I'm muted. I was getting a phone call, so that's probably why I got muted or something. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to that kind of stuff, you know, people want to they don't really want the real facts of it all. They want the people, women, majority, not all, majority, but not all. I'm gonna be clear, not all. They want the delusion. They want the illusion, not delusion, the illusion of equality. I want to get paid just as much as a man. Are you willing to work just as much of a man? I'm going to work 40 hours a week. Just as much, but he bring home more. Why is he bringing home more? Because he's working 80 hours a week while you working 40. But you feel you should be getting paid just as much. Put in just as much work. If you're willing to put in just as much work, I have nothing to say. You want to come slang this hot ass steel, slang this iron, pick up these bricks. Not those bricks, but just bricks. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You know, if you're willing to do that, you're willing to put in that kind of work, cool. You get paid just as much. But no, you want to be CNAs. You want to sit what's they call mimosa? What the fuck is the little orange drinky, fruity, sparkly drink? Mimosas. You want to sip mimosas and go to the spa and have brunch. Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm up here doing 16 hours a day, 6 days a week to provide this home, and you complain I don't spend enough time with you. Stop asking for shit. You want me to spend more time with you? I spend more time with you, you lose respect for me because I'm always upon you. You can't breathe. I don't spend enough time with you. You want to go lay your bed. You want to go open the gap up for somebody else. I work less. I make less money. We don't have enough. I work too much. You don't get to see me. The more a person really tries to make you happy, it's never good enough. And I'm not saying this to bash women. I'm really not. I'm really not a women basher. I used to be a horrible person. But I'm not doing it to bash. I'm just being I'm being truthful about it. You know what I'm saying? We can go from here to there. I can take you around the world and back. You want to go to Mars. You want to go to Saturn. You want to go to Neptune. I mean, Jesus Christ, how much more do you want? You're not 6 feet tall. A lot of people aren't. You're not 183 pounds and 6 ounces. A lot of people ain't. You want us to give more and more. As soon as we hit that particular goal that you want, so we can say, yeah, we finally made it. We're going to be happy. Guess what? The goalposts get moved a little bit further out of the way. That's like putting a carrot on a string in front of a horse to make the horse constantly chase after the carrot. And that's what a lot of us men do, and we don't even realize that we're doing it. We constantly keep trying, I got to make her happy. We say nothing when we want to say a lot. I'm trying to keep the peace. For whom? Because it's not for you, because guess what? You get gray hair keeping the peace. You lose hair keeping the peace. You stay stressed out because I don't want to make her upset. Why am I walking in my own home on eggshells? Then you finally get to the point where you put a ring on a finger, y'all married and everything like that. Oh, it's different. I want something else. So I lose all the stuff I work for. The house I bought. She got the kids, she got to keep it. But they're not my kids. Well, there's kids involved in it, so she need a place for the kids. What that got to do with me? Well, you're the man in the house. You can go live by yourself. So you end up paying for a house that you're no longer welcome at. You no longer be able to have any control at. You have no say-so at. But when the kids is doing great, she's in control. When the kids is not doing great, you're not being the father you're supposed to be. You already broke me. Most men that got divorced is broken. They don't want to say that they really broken, but they are. They a shell of their former self. You know what I'm saying? They can put themselves back together, but the pieces they put back together are still not the same. They're not. They can try their best. Either they reforge themselves and become something completely different, but they're never going to be the same person. And you know what? A lot of these men nowadays, because of these safe places, they haven't had the opportunity to be baptized in steel and fire. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so many men that's being raised by single mothers. And the thing about it is, that's the loop right there. Single mothers raising men, they become weak. Because they're raised by a mother, a single mother without of the father being involved. He's more sensitive. He's more in touch with his feelings. And it's cool if that was your girlfriend, to be more in touch with your feelings and sensitive. But that's supposed to be your man. We can share this. We talk about this. We talk about that. Look, I don't have time for it. You go chop that up with your homegirls. I got work to do. And a lot of men ain't willing to say, hey, look, I'm just not. I'm not about to do it. I'm not about to put up with it. I'm not finna go through it, because they want to keep the peace. Fuck peace. Because but as soon as you leave, and I got rid of everybody for you, and 90% of the time, a man would get rid of his friends, his homies, and all this other stuff. And then when she finally got him trapped in the area where he has nobody, he's totally by himself, she leaves. He ain't got nobody to run to. He ain't got nobody to talk to. He got to sit there and reforge himself from nothing. And most people don't even understand that's hard. That's hard. And they don't know what it is to be a man. Really, you don't. Most women don't know what it is to be a man. And they want to say, man up, a real man, a real man. Tell me, what real man been in your life? Because you was raised by a single mother. Your father wasn't in your life. What example of a real man that you didn't see? A real man pay all the bills. Yeah, back in the day, when it was one income whole household. What real man you done seen lately? Please enlighten me. Where he at? Have he wrote a book? Let me read his book, his manuscript. Where is he at? I'm just saying. You just saying what? Only thing you're doing is running words out the side of your neck, but you can't even back it up with facts. And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's not just about the women. Some of you men, oh my God. I must use that word men loosely. Loosely. I'm going to say real loose. Real loose. Because some of you ain't men. You're not. You little boys in a man's body. And I don't get it. I just don't get it. I normally don't call people name out. Elijah Mitchell. But I'm going to call your whole name out because I don't like you. And I don't give a fuck. When your wife, my homegirl, you wanted to have sex, she told you to wear her dress in front of the entire family, and you put that dress on, you think I'm still gonna have respect for you? Nah. I'm not. I'm not even gonna pretend or sugarcoat it or even play games with you. I don't respect you. It's a lot of things that you done that I don't respect. Then the killing part about it is, because you wasn't handling your business like you supposed to, and she told me about it, I bought her a vibrator so she could be a little bit happy. But you get mad at her because she's using her vibrator, Elijah, and she come home and she see you bent over with the vibrator in your rectum. Why should I respect you? I understand it's a lot of men that's into some weird things. We need some weird stuff. This was even before the R. Kelly tape came out. You know what? You want to stick a vibrator in your rectum because you got mad because she wouldn't stick her finger in your butt no more. And she wasn't checking for colon cancer either. You was just trying to get your jollies off by her sticking her fingers in your butt. You might as well just, go find you a boyfriend and be happy. You know what? It's crazy. And your sister S, she sell trim. Yep, I said it. Yep, she sell trim. And I don't like calling people. I love calling people out by their name especially when I get unhinged. You know what? I do. I call you out by your name. And I don't give a shit. I don't care. You mad because it's the facts? Then you up here catching diseases because you're picking up hookers and prostitutes and all this other good stuff like that there. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. We know. You got the clap. You got the herp. You know what I'm saying? What is it called? H1P1 or some shit like that? You know what I'm saying? Because you want... Answer this one question to me. Answer this one question, Elijah. If you ever listen to this or watch this, answer this one thing for me. If you know she a hooker, it's not like she's a call girl or escort or lady of the night. She's a corner worker hooker. She's a corner worker hooker. How is it that you gonna put your face in her bush and record it for everybody to see? Make that make sense. Let me know. You eating a hooker bush. How and why would you eat hooker bush? It's not like you was at the bar, you done had a one night stand, some wild stuff like that. Cool, things happen. We all have them moments. Put you some dental dam in your pocket. Protect yourself. But no, you went raw dog, face planted up in a streetwalker. I don't understand it. Maybe I'm tripping or something, but you know she's out here selling bush for them white stones. She's selling for white stones. And you just gonna stick your face in her bush? Make it make sense. And you wonder why the kids call you a bitch. That's the part that was so fucking funny. You know, your own kids called you a bitch. And you answered. You didn't whoop their ass. You answered like, yes. And you want somebody to respect you. You walking around and you cross-dressing. You cross-dressing. And you eating hooker coochie. My life, your entertainment. I got so many different stories I can really tell, but as you clearly see, I'm doing my best to try to fight and keep some of this stuff as PG as possible, but it's so hard to keep it PG, especially when some of the stuff isn't PG. Like, yeah. I don't know, whatever. Like homegirl Christine. Yes, Christine. The Southwest dick sucker. Christine's had so many goddamn dicks in her mouth, it don't even make sense. She done sucked so much dick. Her entire yearbook was full of how much dick she done sucked. From teachers to staff members to the students. She didn't even eat coochie. So, I mean, hell, everybody know who Christine is. But this one motherfucker that used to be part of the clique, he wanted to marry the bitch. I'm sorry. How in the fuck everybody in the fucking crew then ran through every hole on this broad's body, but you want to marry this bitch? Were you a virgin? Make it make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? That was community property. That's like, I ain't got nothing to do, it's your turn. You know what I'm saying? Make it make sense. We were some wild boys, man. We were some wild boys. The Chicago, Boston crew, we done ran through. We done ran through Highland Park. We done ran through Rosedale. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. I'm a wild boy, man. I done been through some shit. I just don't talk about it. But today, it was just that day. It set me off being stuck on a freeway for 40 minutes doing rush hour traffic. wasn't for fucking rush hour traffic, my good, hey girl, what you doing? I see you. I see you. Pull your nappy ass braids and shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I think it's time for me to wrap this on up. Cause yeah, it's time for me to wrap this on up. Cause I got some calls I need to make. Until next time.